What's up, brother? Very few know the truth. Love you, bro. We'll always love you, man. Yeah, it's crazy. I'll show you the head. There's one little nick on the ear. I'll look at it, but as I'm looking at it now, I think it's from before. I think the only damage was when the vehicle took it out. I couldn't believe it. I was just pulling into town, and thankfully I caught it. I kind of caught out of the corner of my eye, and I saw it as soon as it caught the corner of my eye. I knew what it was. I just whipped right over, and there was a bunch of people, and one lady literally, I saw a lady. I was like, if you only knew. What's up, Silent? Have another beautiful buck, another boar. I have yet to catch a raccoon myself. I found this on the side of the road, literally. Crazy, unfortunate, but I am so thankful that I've been really lucky to find them within hours of it happening, evidently. Now I have two. I still have yet to harvest one myself. Kind of wild. I love you so. I never go. I hope it's a good angle. Peace. So sorry, buddy. So very sorry. This one is beautiful. Beautiful. Got really lucky with both of them. The more that I see that it's only been two, you know, this could have been the one that I saw that day for all I know.
Take the best of the ball. No, you can take it on the ball for the beautiful play after no how to play. If you play a night card, it's a soy a night. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Wow.
Gorgeous raccoon.
Sí, el bonito tuyo va a coger dos packs. Then put me on the camera. Top of my circle. You can have it in the shower. You can put it on camera. Throw the backs on my shoulders. Every word that I follow. Take the strings getting louder. So that the one's over.
Rough. She must have liked it if she stayed until the end. Is it gonna work? Trying to sharpen up these knives a little bit. What's up, Red Dirt? Thanks, bro. Gold key. I found this one had been struck by a vehicle, and so I didn't want to let it rot. So I'm going to take care of it and preserve its hide forever. Longer than our lifetimes, anyway. What's up, Red Dirt? Hope everybody's having a good night. So happy to have this beautiful raccoon. I found it while I was driving into town to go check traps. And it had been struck by a vehicle, so I saved it. Alrighty. We'll take off. Sweet, sweet. All fire songs. These songs are fire, fire. Mary, I found this raccoon. It had been struck by a vehicle. So instead of letting it rot and get ruined, I'm taking care of its pelt. So I'm going to process it and preserve its hide forever. Yes, I'm going to skin it, Season. Unfortunately, and he is in his eternal sleep. I didn't do this to him. I found him this way. But I'm taking care of his skin so that we have his fur. Unfortunately, Kathy. Fisher, oh, tire wall. He probably is in a better place. Hopefully it happened really fast. Rice. I was having to put my phone in Rice. I don't know if you're still here, Garrett. Possum in his bloodline. Good one, Kiv. That's funny. Okay, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, G Money. What's up, Wiley? One of my best friends in this life is named Wiley. So we will use multiple things. If we trap them and they are alive, we use multiple methods. This one had been struck by a vehicle, so I saved it, thank God. Sir, and I'll get on with it. I'll get on with it. I'm starting it right now. Exactly, Fisher. I want to make something just like that with it. All right, we'll go at it. What's up, Star? Well, shoot, I have to stay aesthetically pleasing as I do this, then I'll try to stay out of video then. That way I don't ruin it. What's up, Aiden? I'll show you guys quick before I get on with it. Poor guy got struck right in the head. Gorgeous male. What's up, Star? Thanks, bro. Hope you could see it, Aiden. It's a pretty nice one. It's a pretty nice one for being what it is. See what I can do with these. I like to get the hardest things done first, so it may take me a brief moment. It may seem like it's slow and tedious, but I'm going to try to get some things done first. I hate sitting. Oh, he lost a tooth. No, he didn't. I'm gonna peel his mouth a little bit and his nostrils. Not very far from where I found him, struck by the vehicle. I did set up a trap for raccoons, though. Some of these cuts, it's easier to get them done right away in the beginning while it's all still taut and pulling in these spots rather than when it's loose. His pelt is perfect, so I had to. I saw him and I hoped, but I got really lucky because his pelt is perfect. So. Dude, come on! I just charged this thing up. I don't know what's been up with the. I must be improperly using it. Because I have been having issues with my headlamp. Hope your trip was smooth, buddy. Yeah, no, sorry about the miscommunication or misunderstanding. Yeah. I was pulling into Saratoga jamming, looking to the left towards Sterling's and looking at like the whitetail on the east side of the road, and then I just, as I was turning my head back, I was passing it. Kind of got lucky seeing it, and so I just whipped over as quick as I could. While a lady was looking at me like, "What are you doing?" Screw it. That's the whole point of having it, I guess. Huh. He did lose a bottom tooth, or his bottom jaw is slightly broken. But he got struck in the head with a vehicle. He's a little guy, so what do you expect, I guess? This pelt is perfect. Man, that's so cool. You know, when I was younger, so much, unfortunately, because I was born into hunting, and my parents trapped before I was born, so it's funny that I never was trapping when I was younger. I would have looked at roadkill and not cared. I looked at roadkill and did not care, is what I meant to say. I'm shaking, I don't know why it's so bad, jeez. Yeah, his bottom jaw got kind of messed up a little bit. Gotta do what I gotta do. Drake. I don't like Drake as much as I do Wayne, but I do like some of his songs. I am a top chef. Thanks for that. Man, I hope Patrick gets back home. I wish I had a pet raccoon. Do you see those videos of those beaver, Garrett? Wish I had pet beaver as well. A couple different muskrat got really lucky today. Nice. I know this will be a little tedious and slow the beginning, but it'll go quick once I get these precious little cuts done. Now, it doesn't need to be as... I don't need to be as... I don't need to be as I don't need to scrutinize or be as picky, I guess, with the face and stuff, because I'm not caping it for a life-size mount. I'm gonna do my best. Oh, sorry, buddy. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been blowing up the chat, so it's going to be super hard to look through all the chats and respond to everything. Yeah, holy smokes. Man, I wish that's funny. Yo. Thank you everybody. Thank you. Hope you get some learning experience from it. Regardless, you'll see a beautiful hide getting taken care of. If you guys want, like, subscribe, smash that like button, turn on your notification. Peace is in the chat. Follow him. His videos are better. We're outside chasing these animals, showcasing these animals, because we like photography as well. When we love the animals so much, so we do like to just go out and watch them. Though hunting as much as we can, we do. Dude, Brantley, thanks, bro. Thank you so much, man. It means more than you know. So he got struck by a vehicle, but surprisingly, there's practically no damage to any of his hide at all. So I'm going to do my best to not damage his hide at all and process it, meaning skin him whole, doing as minimal as cutting to his body as possible. And then we'll tan it and we can make it into clothing. Dude, thanks, Brantley. Likewise, man. Yeah, no, this is great. This is great. I guess I didn't really think about it, but I guess these razors will do good, Garrett. If you haven't used one of these X-Acto blades, Garrett, I mean, I'm having no issues with it. I quite like it. Quite like it. And they're available, so heck with it, man. I've never used this until now in my entire life to process with, but it's quite nice. I'm very pleasantly surprised. I'm only giving weird facial expressions because of the hair. Man, I have no idea what's going on in the chat. Gonna have to take care of it. So cool. All right, we'll turn around. We'll get on with some other stuff. Yeah, it makes me wonder as well. This life is wild. Wow, these teeth that we got, there's like so minimal damage. It's insane. It's like there's less damage as if we did it. It's crazy. That's happened to me twice now. It just doesn't even make sense. Doesn't make sense. What a freaking trip. I hope everybody's doing good here. I'll try to check the chat. I hope everybody's doing awesome. My regular fans, dude, regular people who are coming in, friends, dude, thank you so much. Fire song. Yes. Uh, Rosen, there definitely is bruising on the skull. I wish I could play music on live videos. Beautiful. Pretty neat. So some of the high schoolers here have been doing really good. Some kids that I know, you know, because I helped the high school wrestling team. Dad's been a lifelong coach since before I was, you know, since before I was born. But anyways, one of the kids won the best of the best. Another one was a runner-up. Brantley, small, bro. I'll have to show you a picture. I haven't killed very many big bucks. Quicker than Usain Bolt, the fastest thing running. Yeah. Kiv, I really don't know. I keep doing this and starting prior to weighing, and I'm as much weight training that I do, I don't know. That's funny. No clue. Wow, Constable, good for you. Both. Nice, Darth. Close enough. Basically. Insane. What a good song. Resilient little guys. Mm-hmm. Took a ride. When you do, there's always going to be a little bit of sacrificing, so you just kind of have to get over that, but do the best you can. I broke your heart, baby, you were a good girl, and I had no right. Things right, 'cause girl, I'm so lonely. Mr. Lonely. The songs I've been hearing tonight are pretty slow. Still love Akon. Oh, sweet. You've been through. And I would be out chasing you. Ain't nowhere in the globe I'd rather be. Ain't nowhere in the globe I'd rather see than another coon on my dog-proof tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'd sure love that. Or a coyote in one of our traps. Apparently, it's so good. We're in a bunch of bangers. It's getting added to the favorites. That's funny. Nice call. So to go from this to some pretty dark stuff and back to some Kygo or something like that, Quick. To call my own girl. So lonely. So lonely. So much, there's only so much you can do. He's got a cool little wart. Never seen that one before. Staying. It's staying. I hate cutting into them. I hate losing fur. Yes, it can be. Thanks, Blaze. Thanks, Fisher. Thank you guys so much. So, elk sheds, all that I've found. One of those sheds I found with Peace, who's in the chat. One of those I found with one of his brothers. And then the other one I found alone, actually with another buddy, but it's a match to the other one that I found with Peace, who's in the chat. Those are elk antlers. Those are deer up at the top, mule deer, both of them. That's a little older one. That was like when I found it, it had been dropped a year prior at least because it had been pretty bleached in the sun. But then that one I found right when it was dropped. Both mule deer. This one's super duper cool. Cool buck. Really? Oh. Dude, check this shed. Look at that. I call it a third, even though it is its second by scoring. Over-the-counter public land bull. And with Peace, who's in the chat, Peace in the Pursuit, he was with me when I arrowed a herd 6-point bull on public ground over the counter. You know, this is the picture that I have of myself with the bull that I harvested this fall. Peace, who's in the chat, him and I were together when and he was filming basically up above while I moved in on that bull while he was erratically going crazy, running other bulls off, running around his cows. He thought I was a bull, and I got close enough. I arrowed him at 12, 13-ish yards as he was coming to me. Thanks, Darth, bro. Annette. You know, my biological dad, because I have two dads and two moms. My biological parents got divorced and remarried, both by the time I was 2 years old. So I have two dads, two moms. Anyways, my dad, his mom is named Annette. My grandma is named Annette. One of my grandmas is named Annette. I love that name. Come on. I think I'm looking for something a little more hard. That may be it. That may be the ticket. Brantley, thanks, man. You have no idea. Shout out to Darth. Yeah, hope everybody's having a good night. Dude, I'd love to. I'd love to blackout. That would be so sick. Future, yes. So much more than I can explain. It's crazy. It's crazy. Thanks, Parker. I think the same, Bacon. Sometimes you kind of have to just go with it, too, when you do what you're doing. Trying to decide I'm being... kind of wish I had a super. Maybe that one would be the best to use then. Should have did it as I thought before with the feet on it and before I did any other cuts. Just so you guys know, I'm so sorry if I'm not responding to every single person, especially the people that are here all the time. For a moment there, the cat was kind of just flying, and I'm just going through this as fast as I can. Salty sushi. No. At the point of legal taxidermy, when a person is going to like do varying aspects of the taxidermy, no. Thank you, Fireblaze. So yeah, it was hit by a truck or some vehicle. I found it, and rather than letting it rot, we're going to take care of this, preserve its beautiful hair, get it tanned to make clothing, hats, blankets, jackets, gloves, mittens, all sorts of varying things, scarves. So a male one of these, they have a pecker bone. They use a bone to reproduce. I'll show you it. Thanks, Bacon. I agree. Animals like this have glands. You have to watch out for them. I'll show you them. You can almost see them right there. So those could be its testicles. The fat seems like it'd be good to use. Thanks, Salty. If it's good sushi, oh man, do I love it. You know, people actually do eat raccoon. I will when I harvest one myself because of the way that I found it. Again, I'm not going to this one, but people do. Though we will also use it for bait and dog food, things like that. But you know, the worms need to eat too. We try to utilize as much as we possibly can. Some of this stuff could be used for bear bait. I agree. I agree, Pete. No arguing that one. So this right here is the male reproductive organ of a raccoon. The tip. It's a bone. Blood. Blood, you definitely couldn't do it faster or better. It's a baculum. Baculum. It's a bone. It's so unique. Bigger than a lot of your guys's. Hopefully people like dark humor. Landon. What's up, Landon? So nice to see you, bro. He said that. That is funny. She said that. That's what she said. I agree, Landon. I don't know what Garrett's missing. I don't know what piece in the pursuit is missing. Get at him, not me, man. Jeez. I'm just messing with you, Garrett. I mean, you know, Darth, it just depends on what animal. I guess sometimes how you're doing it. Though I do want to work as fast as possible. I don't want to work so fast that I make any mistakes. Please like, please subscribe, turn on the notifications. We're usually out practically every day. It depends on the time of the year and the season, but you know, it's always time for hunting, fishing, trapping, outdoors, exploring. Kiv, probably, well, that just depends, I guess. A mink is down there with one of the smallest. Even though they were monster mink. You know, in school, I don't know whether it be mice, I forget what frogs, but caping and skinning whole mink. Thomas is about to be muted. I literally don't even know what that is. I know that, Fisher. I don't know what you got in trouble for, if you did. I'm a pretty open dude, so. No nasty slander. And use of certain words, really, or things like, you know, we don't want the live to get censored because of other people's comments. I'm being good to the flesher, aka future self. I'm doing as much as I can now. Andres. Oops, we gotta rewind it. What a fire part of the song. What up, blood? What up, the papery murder, black murder, the papery murder, black murder again, black murder again. Okay. Black make backs. Toxicness to the president. I'm president of a dress Andres and other boutique stores in Paris. Sheepskin cloak to thousands the lambs. Do you know who I am, Gladys? No cheap cologne. Whenever I success never smelled so sweet. I stink of success. That new black elite. Domino. Domino. Oh, you're lucky, Michael, for that. Yes. The one that had the most that I've seen so far yet this year was the Badger. I'm being real, man. Take care of your son. Every problem we had before this day is now done. Cause ain't nothing on the news but the blues. Oops, need to be careful with that. Oh, Nope. The mystery girl. Is that 22 a Winchester? I thought it may be a Remington. I'll have to look at it. I can't touch it. The one with this tan stock is I put a new stock on an older 280 Remington that was handed down to me when I was like 8 years old. It's seen a lot of action. Those the shotguns are Hatfields. So does everybody else. Whoa. No. Oh no. What dreams forget, the whiskey remembers. What the life will last is it'll leave you simple. Stop, but I guess that's what we would like. That's cool, Future. I love anime. What anime do you like? Who you talking to, Darth? Watch, I'll get this tail off. I'll show you guys real fast. Just last night, I saw the light at the end of that tunnel on the other side. Thought I found my way out of this pain. Oh, creeping. 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 One Piece is fire. One Piece, Naruto, Death Note. Death Note is wonderful. At least all of the beginning until like the very end. What else? Yeah, Death Note, One Piece, Attack on Titan. Those are all some of the first ones I watched. Naruto. One Piece is without question one of the best ever made anything. So watch this. Watch this. You guys will like this. Hopefully it works like it did last time. Otherwise I look like a damn fool, huh? Didn't work how it did last time, right? It will, though. Last time it slid right off. What the heck? Firefly by Skyhill. That song is so good. Wow. What did I do last time that was different? Let's look at tail off. I don't give a rat's patootie if it smells a little bad by keeping its bosom. Wow, what a beautiful animal. Thank you, Kiv, so much. Thank you. We're really lucky to have this. I don't know how well I can pull clean. This one, see, I haven't seen many, so this one seems to me like it has as most, you know, it's crazy how much fat there is. You know, it's wild because you can harvest all this for sure. There's like a lot more than I thought. That's all I can say. Because I haven't handled very many. I would say it's about as big as they get for where I'm at, but I, again, don't know. Yes, Darth. Most of the animals groom themselves. Like all of them. Practically. All of them. Literally. I can't say that enough. Like all of them. Yes, blackout. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you know better than I. Well, shoot. You guys have any advice? Throw it at me. Garrett's taking care of about a million more than I have. Seems like Blackout has as well. That's funny, Future. Man, I've watched some cool videos. I sent Peace some really neat videos today of beaver and the dexterity that they had with their front hands. They were sitting on their tail, on their haunch, with their front hands holding vegetables and fruit and eating it like a human being, basically. Like the dexterity of any other human being, or what I meant to say was any other animal. Same with these. They just, it's wild. See, Michael, and I don't disbelieve, I completely believe that. And they are not the only ones. I see sentience and awareness in practically all of the other live animals. It's pretty crazy. A lot of them avoid the heck out of humans. That's so cool, though, Michael. That's so cool. Never a platypus airsoft. It's funny you ask that because a lot of people, when I process the beaver, they ask if I've processed a platypus or if it is a platypus. Blackout. That's hilarious. what you just said. Oh, Darth. They can all become even more sentient dependent on what they're doing, obviously. So, any of the animals around human more, they can understand the how to communicate. They understand human communication. It's just basic life. I wish I had a raccoon as a pet and a bunch of beaver and muskrat and all of the animals that I pursue. I genuinely wish I could have friendship relationships with them as well. I wish I had a bunch of cow elk as my friends, and they'd be like, yes, we will take you to our biggest bull friend. Let him breed us a couple times. I'll be like, yes, yes. And then they'll be like, here he is. Thank you, Wapiti women. Fox, I agree. I would love to have a fox. Man. Bro, love you, Garrett, so much, man. Follow Peace in the Pursuit. He's one of my best friends in this life. We have a lot of cool experiences together. And I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for him. So definitely follow, like, subscribe. Turn on your notifications so that you see, because I'll kind of go live when I am in the moment. Like today, I just threw on the live while I was looking at muskrat and in pursuit of them. Love you. Hope you have a good night. Peace. See, I wouldn't be surprised, I guess, if you spayed and neutered. I don't like to do that to any of my animals or don't want to, but I wonder if you spayed or neutered a fox, if it would diminish some of the marking. $40 likes is insane. We're pretty much about done. See, I think it was Darth who asked how long it can take. I'm taking way longer than as if we were standing at the tailgate, busting it out, trying to get it done as fast as possible. But then, I also risk making mistakes, so just kind of trying to take my time and not rush myself. Oh yeah, that's crazy that octopus have a beak. You're right. All of us would basically forget that unless I guess, if you think of the Kraken. I've always been fascinated with octopus and squid. Yep, when I observe the wildlife in all of the varying ways, whether it be them out in the wild or them in captivity or like being raised with a person or something, you just obviously you see the sentience, the awareness, the self-awareness, and how intelligent. It's crazy how smart all of life is. All of the other animals are super duper freaking smart. Yeah, everybody tell Garrett good night. Tell Peace good night. He's heading out. He's got to get up to head to work like a real man. Not bumming on skinning animals in the middle of the night like me. Shoot, Landon, you're right. I know I'd have you as a mod, but you're always going to bed early. I don't even know if you heard that. I'm just messing with you, buddy. Oh yeah, Kiv. It's crazy. A grizzly can, a grizzly and a black bear. I mean, they run way faster than a human being. People don't know that. Come on. I got 'em, boy. CO2. You can't see me, but I see you. Yummy. You're from New Jersey, Blackout? Is that where you're from, New Blackout? Dang, you're in Cali, Darth? Oh, just wondering. I spent some time going to New Jersey and New York City for various purposes, and I have friends out there. And the very first time I showed up to New Jersey, I had no clue that I think it's New Jersey. It could have changed, but I think New Jersey has a law where you can't pump your own fuel. Wild. It just seems that if somebody was going to run up to somebody in a place like where I am, the vast majority of them would get plugged. PNW, Kiv, that's awesome. I've never been out there. One of my aunts lives outside of Seattle in the mountain area, I would say. She lives on the mountain, but I was checking myself because I don't know how far that is actually from Seattle. Man, I went to California. One of my pretty much lifelong girlfriends at the time, a girlfriend that I had been dating for a while, grew up with, is what I mean, classmate. She went to school out in Santa Barbara, so I spent some time living in Santa Barbara. Not very long. I was in Santa Barbara. I went all over. I had some friends in Encinitas, Monterey Bay, and I did a little bit of sightseeing and spending time just exploring. It was awesome. Way more liberal than where I'm from, and way more. I'll just say that I don't, to each their own. But it's evidently got way worse. Though at that time, I remember I was driving right somewhere in downtown LA, and there was this street where there was all sorts of tents for homeless people. Homeless people had set up a bunch of tents. Now, I had seen a lot of stuff, but anyways, I've actually been to a couple different actual projects, and people don't know what a project is. A project with no roads. Anyways, I really liked California. Yeah, there was a bunch of those homeless encampments, but I loved it. I was like, I showered in the ocean basically. I was just in the ocean every day. It's kind of how I cleanse myself, and there's obviously those showers on the beach. But I mean, basically just did that and just trained, lived in the sun. It's a completely different lifestyle than where I live, though. And if I had to choose, well, I would live here first. I would just want to have a place down there. A Kiv, raccoon's best strength. Man, all these animals are super duper sneaky. Resource ability. Oh, the taste of your lips all over. Your toxic turns me under. Man, Brad, back when Brittany wasn't completely psychotic, they got her. Well, in the hair and it's all around. Oh, the taste of your lips all over. I don't even know what the lyrics are. Kiv, if you have to eat them, it'll be super easy to just open them up and take some meat off and cook it. It is a coon, and a predator, so you definitely want to cook it well done, but you can. Yes, future. Depending on which ones you definitely should. Now that's just my opinion. Has anybody in here ever seen Epic Mealtime? There's got to be one person in the other. In the multiverse, who knows? Well, that was going well, so I guess that's what I'll do. Just don't be overzealous, bro. Do not get overzealous. You can use it, do it with a fleshing knife on a board. Right there with you, you right here with you. Yeah, so my little life full of obstacles, challenges, and monsters, and the inside bulls. I'll be. Oh shit, meet a nigga with that bullshit, man, a boss man. Don't get overzealous, bro. Take your winnings. Don't be an addict. What are about a baseball to softball size? Their skulls? That's cool. Blackout about those mushrooms. Oh, smokes. That's really cool. I love mushrooms to eat, culinary purposes, but I also do love the one that starts with the P and ends with an N. As a matter of fact, it's probably my favorite, but we'll leave it at that. Nice. Don't be a drug addicted. Oh. Come on. Okay, I can take out that piece so quick. Big old fatty. A big old fatty piece of fatty. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yuck. Alright, skin that later, buddy. Flesh that later, I mean. Darth Myth. Be careful. Don't like how I look doing that. Trying to get every last drop. What a fucked up fuck. Now the live's gonna be shut down because I said that word. Wow. I'm just cleaning as much as I can real quick. I know it's being annoying, but it's nice to get off that I did. It sure is. I'll get one more good piece, and then we'll move on. But I got a lot off, which is really nice. You know, it just not having to do this later, minimizing any type of turning. It's good for now, but it's nice to clean off as much as you can. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, when I do my black bear, when I did my mountain goat, I fleshed it that day. The day that I caped it. I agree. I got it on a board as soon as I got done caping them, and I fleshed them. So. I keep saying I'll move on, and then I keep nitpicking. Okay. I mean, wrap the skull, so. Do I enjoy this? It's one of my favorite things in this life, and I think it's a super natural, normal thing for a human being. So I lean right into it. Now I'm a psycho. I enjoy the smells. Really enjoy the smells, all of them. Now he's going to start sticking to the table. We're just about done. You know, I may not look like it, but the only people who do this more than I have, for the most part, are lifelong. Certain people who do it, you know, taxidermists. But I grew up in a taxidermy. Have processed my own animals since, I was born into it. So my family has done it since before I was born. So I was just born into it. Helping long before I was legally able to hunt for big game. And pursuing all small game and small birds, etc. Right away, as soon as I could. 3, 4, 5, starting. I got on the mat, wrestling, at birth, infancy, and I started competing when I was 4. And it was, so there's plenty of other things. It's just the same stuff with the hunting. I started doing all of those things at that age as well. I was born into it. I'm gonna control you like voodoo. You do too. Could have cut down way further on that ear, but it is what it is. It's pure laziness. I don't know. Man, I'm sorry I'm not more aesthetically pleasing, that I don't have like music and stuff going on. I'll have to figure out how to play music in the background and not get a copyright infringement. Because I could literally just end the stream. That wasn't a sigh of anything other than just trying to relax into it. Get over and get that eye done. He's sticking. Wow. The nose is cool. Wow. We keep on rocking. They keep. Let me give me more. Give me. Give me more. Well, I want to see it just as much as you guys do, so we're going to flip it in and out real quick. Give me more. Alright. I could easily just put it on my hip, hold it here, and frickin' flush it on the table. Alright. Quit it. I'm such a picky mofo. Oh, ooh, ooh, wow, we got so lucky. Look at it. Look at how big it is. Look at that. Wow. Blessed, truly blessed. Look at that. Look at the fur. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Blackout. I'm so lucky. Dude, thanks, Kiv. Dude, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so freaking much. Man. Well, personally, I will cherish it for the rest of my life. Wow. The fur is insane. It's so nice. It's so big. My gosh. It's perfect. His height is literally perfect. Wow. Thank you guys. I'm just pretty amazed about it. Stuff like this will literally make me. I'm so thankful for this stuff. Get that sucker off. The fur. I just can't believe how big it is. And it's not even a big coon, according, from what I've seen. I mean, I have no idea. I should have weighed it. Wow. The pecker bone. Dude, this is all there is for me. Wow. I'm amazed with that. Wow. Definitely going to keep them. So, Donnie Dust Paleo Tracks. I'll screenshot that quick. No, I have not. Once again, guys, so sorry for the freaking ugly ass mug. Yeah, I think it's cool. Once again, I'll just kind of show it off a little bit more. I'm amazed. Tubing them is incredible too. It's crazy how much I save. Okay, quit moving around. Take things away. I gotta get some stuff taken care of. We'll take that skull off real quick. That'll be jiffy, quickie, wiki. Slippery. Long nose. It makes me think of an not an armadillo, like an anteater. His jaw got broken. Oh, I love Hunt Primitive. Hunt Primitive, I know he's great too. I agree. Have a good night, Kiv. Thank you. Thank you so much. Skull. Baculum. It'll be easy to identify this one. Yeah, those guys are solid. Those guys are solid blackout. I don't know why I keep forgetting that obvious thing that should be easy to remember. I'm so sorry that your life had to end that way. I'm so thankful that I found you and you just didn't get pecked at by the crows. There's no reason for that. Not that it happens, does not happen, and it's not that some of you can't go to the rest of the animals, but just letting your beautiful pelt be let to go to the nothingness or be used. If you have the choice, why would you let it disintegrate into the nothingness? That's baloney. So, honey locust tree, that's so cool. I love those guys. I love those guys. Now, Native American artifact is something that my family is really into, and because of where I live, it's everywhere. So I spent my entire life searching for it. This last year is one of the best years I've ever had. I don't know how much you know about the varying names, because I know more about the names of some of the material and what the pieces are than I do napping. As a matter of fact, I've made it a point to never learn any napping because of how much artifact that I find. But I have a lot of friends and family who do nap. One of my best friends he loves it. And because of my love for the Indians and all of those things, I'm fascinated with it. I deeply love it. I've never harvested a big game animal with actual wood, stick and string bow. As you can see the bows up there, I harvest the vast majority of the big game animals that I do hunt with a bow, but it's been compounds, of course. But I love those guys. I do love those guys. And I should learn how to nap just so that I can learn. But I've actually wanted to order some points from Hunt Primitive and have a proper longbow, an Osage bow, something like that. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But I would like to have a wooden bow and start hunting with it more. This one right there, I'm not sure if you can see that. That is a compound bow that I shoot with fingers and no sights. That bow I actually got gifted to me when I was 11 years old, and I used to hunt with fingers, no peep sights. So we would line the string up to the left side of the outside of your sight pins, no peep sight. Then we transitioned into a peep sight, and then a release. Now I'm back to shooting that bow with no sight and fingers, and I'm very proficient with it out to 30-ish yards. But so I still use, I think you can see that one right there. I use that Hoyt right now. There's a PSC that I have right here, but I've been using that Hoyt for the last couple of years. That's taken the life of a few animals. The trophy bull elk that I harvested this year, Boone and Crockett pronghorn, mule deer, and black bear. I'm laughing at myself. Funny memories. But that bow, which is really cool, that bow can go from roughly 50 pounds to 75 pounds, which, like I said, I have it maxed out right now, and I shoot that with my fingers and no sights. And I've been fantasizing about harvesting animals that way. I just have chosen not to, like a scaredy cat. I need to be, but I don't like to mess up or have mistakes. But I'm planning on using that one to harvest a black bear because I can control the situation so well as far as on a bait. Now, you can never control it completely and you never know what's going to happen. But on a bait for my tree stands, I have my tree stand. The last bear that I harvested out of my tree stand with a bow, trophy black bear, a big boar, I shot that boar at 7 yards. So that's how close my baits are. I planned on it being 11. He stepped to 7. Now this is the last one. I keep my baits tight. Makes people uncomfortable, but I love it. And there's no mistakes. So it's a lot easier. It's not ever perfect, but it's a lot easier to find the angle to its heart that way. Anyways, with that rant, I can control the situation so much better, even more with black bear than with pronghorn out of a blind. Black bear out of a tree stand, I can control it even better. So I plan on first harvesting a black bear with that, no sight and with fingers, roughly 5 to 10 yards. And then I'll transition into, it's funny because the bull that I harvested, I'll show you some pictures before we get done real quick. The bull that I harvested this year, I'll show you a couple pictures. I already showed you this one, though I'm not sure everybody saw it that's in here. I shot this bull at 11, 12 yards. It seems like, now I have another one hanging right there, another one right there, another one right there, another one right there. All of those have been harvested at less than 10 yards. This one was 11, 12. I've harvested quite a few bull elk with my bow. Trophy bull elk at 5, 6 yards. Let me get up here. I'll show you these pics real quick. So these are the last few years. This was the bull I harvested this year. I just showed you the bull I harvested this year. This is a different one. He's broken on the other side. He broke on his main beam right after his brow tine, and I loved it. And the aging of this bull was literally 12 and a half years old. This was a pristine draw unit. I was hunting other trophy bulls, bigger bulls. I didn't kill one of those bulls, but I did harvest this guy. I shot him at about 5, 6 yards. And the almost exact same situation happened with this over-the-counter public land bull at much smaller. He's got these pretty unique crowns on the top. And then I have a couple more. Well, I've killed 7 bull elk with my bow here. Since I was 12, I've had a tag or 2 elk in my pocket. Mule deer as well. Black bear. With that mule deer tag, we can hunt whitetail, but black bear, elk. And every year since I was 12, I've harvested either a bull or a cow or both. I've killed 7 bull elk with my bow. Quite a few cows. And then I've shot a few with a rifle. So I haven't harvested every single elk that I've killed with a bow, but I've killed now 7 bulls with a bow. I wish it was 30. Yeah, you can kind of see. Oh, it's just to the right of that bear. This bear, I got the aging back from this bear this year because I harvested this bear last fall. Not on a bait, but while I was out pursuing elk, opening day of rifle season, because last year I harvested a cow with my bow, but not an elk, a bull with a bow. So then it became rifle season and opening day. I was chasing after a specific few different bulls in this area, and I saw this bear. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's just a nice size bear that I pursued it. 16 and a half years old. Honey locust thorns and non-toxic and the cousin of black locust. Wow. What do you do with the paws, sea dollar? I'm going to, it depends on if I was going to taxidermy and keep it life size, I would skin them out whole. But right now I'm keeping them to feed to beetles. They will be cleaned and then I'll potentially make jewelry or keep them as namesakes, just all the bones and the claws. Make jewelry or like something out of the claws. Or have it set up in a frame somehow. Have I looked into slag glass? I didn't mean to, I don't know what was wrong with those messages specifically, but anyways. Oh, and yeah, no, with a bow, 70 to 100 yards. Exactly. No, exactly. We try to control the situation as much as you can. Now, you can never control it to a degree, and it never goes the way you exactly want it to. Like, very rarely. You know that. Very rarely. But, growing up, I used to, as my buddy Peace and I were just talking about, we didn't really hunt or shoot our bows farther than 20, 30 yards. Now we're much more proficient. But it seems like a lot of my harvests still with the bow take place that 30 yards or less. And if you can get it into that 20 yard or less. Now when you're shooting for a heart that's this big on an object that's moving and has varying aspects that can interrupt with its anatomy. Like I said, my bait can be at 5, 10, 15 yards. That's what I want it. Personally. Sick. I don't know if you got to see it, G. The fur is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, we do practice for longer distances, but we seems like, again, the mule deer that I harvested this year and the cow that I harvested this year were both roughly 200 yards. 190, 205-ish. And it depends on the terrain and what you're doing. Sometimes it's way closer. We've had many, many experiences with elk, deer, pronghorn, etc., where it was 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, 80, 100 with a rifle. And my buddy and I are trying to start harvesting big game with pistol. I want to use open sight shotgun. Like, use that single shot 12 gauge Hatfield. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to harvest both a black bear and a bull elk with a slug out of a shotgun. And then I would also like to use pistols. But there's nothing like hunting during the rut. So, if as much as it happens during the rut, I will never pass that opportunity just to do those things. But you never know. Maybe we'll have some money to where we can travel and go hunt more states with more states in the year. And if I have 5 elk tags, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'll shoot one with a rifle or with a shotgun. Thanks, guys. You guys are freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. It was such a fun time too. I can't express how much I love these. Can't express how much I love these guys. Have you ever heard Cottonmouth Kings? Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, yeah, for the rest of my life, yeah, 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 for the rest of my life. Sometimes I wanna get high, travel up the way to the beautiful sky, float away till they never come down. Hope to see the day where I never come down. What goes up is always bound to fall. That's the waste of my life. Give it all that I got till the day that I die, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. See, I'm in love with Mary Jane, I'm gonna make her my wife, yeah. You can see what you're not looking for. No, I can make do, let's bless the soul. Show my love, let myself go. Everybody knows. Heh, nobody answered if that's really cool. Exactly out in the east. So where are you in the east? I'm just curious. Or one of the I guess what I should say is one of the things that I've wanted to do is go out to like Maryland, right? Maryland, Massachusetts, and hunt the Sika deer that are out there. See, I'm in love with Mary Jane. I'm gonna make her my wife, yeah. For the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. Plant trees that bear positive fruit. Lover sorry youth, get compassionate truth. I can rock free with the joy in my hand. I can plant plants right up on my land. Help me. Mississippi, that's way cool, man. Way cool. Down there in the swamps. For whatever reason, when I think of Mississippi, I think of Will Primos, and I don't even know if he's in Mississippi. Just busting on the post, choking on my pipe. He's got just a little bit of the most blood he's got is where he broke his chin. You don't need beaver beetles on your hair, buddy. There's been another sad story told to make my own decisions. Why I'm living, trying to get by with the knowledge that I'm given. Can't make me believe that the tree is a tree and if my soul bleeds, the color that I'm spinning is green. Dude, thank you. Have a good night, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. I hope I can show you way more. Thank you for hanging out. I'll show you once more before you go to bed because now I'm done. One more beautiful view for you. Look at it, how pretty it is. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think the fur is incredible, and just the softness of it is, it's unexplainable. I hope you have a good night. Thank you so much for being here again. Okay, there's just a little bit. I'm being nitpicky, but you know, I can't believe that we found this with the only damage on it. The only damage on it is a teeny little bit of rug burn right here on its chin. That's it. That's it. There's no staining, no scuffing in any way. Literally, it's crazy. It's crazy. Watch, I'll show you. The only damage on this entire raccoon. Let me clean that out. Literally, that's what I gotta clean that out because it's just a little bit of blood. Wow. Watch. And you can't even tell. It's right there. It's that, and that's what I'm saying. You can't even tell. It's that little teeny spot on the bottom of its bottom lip. That's it. Wow. Other than the disgraceful cuts that I had to make to preserve it. Wow. Wow. I can't believe it. Man, we've got another one. A literal full raccoon. God, it is so cool. It's just mind-boggling. Wow. Wow. Raccoon, raccoon, mink, 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 badger, fox, beaver, 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 beaver. Like, so lucky. The jackrabbit that we have, they're just pure white. Huge, pure white with those black tipped ears. Wow. Super thankful. Blessed. Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna get this wrapped up. Unfortunately, we'll quit babbling. I better take some pictures for myself. It's all cleaned up now. Had a barbecue right one time while shooting ski. It looked really good before you touched it. Cool. Cool. Sorry for the ugly mug, guys. Quit making me laugh. Interesting. Sick. Wow. He's got a pretty unique scar on his right ear, not from the wreck, not from the impact. All right then. I took some in the field. After I picked it up, I was out in the field running the trap lines. So at sunset, I took a pretty good picture of myself with them. Sick. All right then. I don't want to put it away. I want it to be tanned right now. Thank you, buddy. I'll see you soon, all right? And then I'll get to wear ya. Ha! Ha! And then I'll get to wear ya. I'd much rather your spirit leave your body and you get found by me, like we already said, than bugs. Because now we all get to enjoy ya. All of us. I hope I did good for you. Hope I got to do as much justice to you that I can. Tried to make no nicks on your body. Other than, like, you know, like I said, I call them disgraceful. It sucks that we have to do that. But thank you for letting me. You had her. There's no one better than to let me walk alone. Ah, it broke through right there. It's okay. Put in another one anyway. It's alright. Thanks, Michael. Exactly. That I've been searching for is this love that I'm dreaming. Is this love? I'm feeling. Is this the love that I've been searching for? Is this love? Love am I dreaming? Love has got a hold on me. So guys, I guess that I didn't come with a bunch of muskrat or beaver today. Just a road struck, vehicle struck raccoon. But thankfully we got the raccoon. I don't have anything else to show you guys, unfortunately. I put everything away, so I'm gonna clean up. I'll cook some food and crash out, go run the trap lines tomorrow. We'll see what's out there. Hopefully we have something on the trap lines, otherwise I'll go to the muskrat spot. We have a bunch, but I'll go to the muskrat spot. I'll get set up, I'll throw the live on, and we'll see if we, today I saw multiple muskrat. As soon as I got there, I was like, there's one, and I would go running to it and got set up, and on film, I saw multiple, and I just didn't have a proper shot at their skull, which is what I'm trying to do if I don't have one in the trap. I got to do it right. I don't want to just damage their fur just to do it. Like, I'm not going to do that. So anyways, I didn't have a proper opportunity today in the 30 minutes that I had. So one of my best friends, the guy Peace, who was in the chat, he has beetles. I plan on getting some from him since his colony is going to grow. I'll try to get some from him as soon as I can when I have the right setup. He has some beetles though, a few thousand. And so he's been feeding all of our skulls that we've been getting to those beetles, which is cool. So, we've all, including him, myself, all my life, we've just boiled and scrubbed / power washed and done it ourselves. But it's cool to have beetles. And not that I can't do this boiling myself, but since he has the beetles, I'm just giving them to him. And I'm sure he'll be more than willing, especially if I pay him to do to give him to the beetles. Heck yeah, I got 3 little knives to clean, barely. Should only have 1, but I chose to use those 3 for different reasons. Oh yeah, exactly. You definitely have to be careful, and absolutely it does. But it's undoubtable. That's undoubtable, undeniable, and that is a fact. Just have to do it right, though. I've boiled my entire life, all hundreds and hundreds of skulls that we've done. All boiled, but now we have the beetles, so I think it's cool. Shoot, I did that. That bull. He didn't have the beetles yet. All of my animals in the past, but I was just saying that elk, I got home that night late. Because of this one, harvested him. We were able to quarter him and pack him out, quartering him. And so I hung him, and then I caped the face in the field. And so it was that night late, I boiled his skull right away. I was so excited. I actually like both. I like both. Now that you asked that question, personally, I prefer boiled. It's just a personal thing. I really like the look of it that way. Bleached. I don't know what I was saying. But I actually like both, and I like it in many ways. I've seen people do things where they go and bury the skull in the ground, just bury the skull. Or like the way the skulls look basically degreased, non-whitened the way that they are after the beetles, etc. Just the same way, not bleached, I like it. I don't know why I say that, because I do love it. I just like the white. The reason I like the white, I guess, as I'm thinking that right now, especially with like the pronghorn or any of the animals, personally, I think the white, the way I'm thinking about it in my mind right now, the white displays the horns or the antlers. I'm saying horns because of the pronghorn, the extensive amount of pronghorn that we have. Horn. But it displays the horn and the antlers a little better by just being white, and it doesn't distract from the antlers. That's just what I'm thinking as I'm saying that right now. Because, it makes the darkness of those antlers or the horns stand out even more. Other than that, I love the colors of the skulls when they're non-bleached. It's funny why they're trying to hide some of the messages. Yeah, like bleached deer, natural predator, and other mammals. Same. I I really like bleached. For probably the reason I just stated. I get 'em up. So yeah, blackout, everybody, blackout, bro. If you want to, and if you like it, please like and turn on notifications. That way, when I throw on the lives, you can see them. Usually every day I'm throwing on the live while I'm out running the trap lines, while we're out chasing ducks. Right now we're calling coyotes, running trap lines, trapping for beaver, muskrat, trapping for all of the predators, raccoon. I set up a different area of dog proofs right now for raccoon tonight. So hopefully in the morning, you never know, or soon. And when this coon was struck by a vehicle, I put a dog proof roughly a quarter to a half a mile from it. Maybe even not that far, but about that distance ish. And like I said, we're always chasing ducks now. Spring's gonna roll around. We'll be chasing turkey, black bear. Always in the country. It's just being out hunting in general is like our favorite thing in life. So my favorite thing, dude. Thanks, dude. Exactly. It's funny. I messaged North American Trapper. I like that guy, and I like Coon Creek Outdoors. I think is who I've been following for the most part. I like all sorts of other people, but I messaged that guy. I was like, "You won't believe it. The first fox I've ever trapped in my life, because I started trapping for the first time in my life this year. The first fox I ever trapped was in a dog proof set up for raccoon. I saw this raccoon one night with my brother, and so I was like, I'm putting up a dog proof here, and I went over there, put up a dog proof, and we caught a fox in it." And I messaged North American Trapper. I was like, "You wouldn't believe I caught my first fox in a dog proof," and he was like, "I've seen it. I've never had it happen before myself." He's like, "But I've seen it," and that fox had a deep paw catch in that dog proof. I love trapping. Love it. I love trapping, pursuing ducks, trapping. I enjoy it nigh on as much as I do archery, hunting, bull elk during the rut. It's all different, like I said, being in a tree stand with bear at your bait that close, spot and stalking bear. All of it is all different and varying in its own ways. That mule deer is not on. I should pull it down and show you. But that kid that asked, "What's my biggest buck?" I've killed, probably a dozen mule deer, but I've never killed a really big old mature buck, unfortunately. But I've killed quite a few. And I was like thinking of that buck as I was saying that buck that I killed out in the prairie, no trees in sight in any way, and I snuck up on that buck with my buddy filming in the sage, harvested that buck. It's all different. So I mean. Oh man, I love foxes. Love foxes. I love all of the animals, but the fox is just crazy. It's crazy how beautiful this raccoon is. It's insane how crazy nice that hair is. The fox. We have Arctic fox, or I don't know why I just said that. We have red fox here. We have, red fox that are black. We have swift fox, is what I was thinking of. I don't remember what other kind of fox we have here. But, I just got a badger the other day. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. That fur is not near as soft as the beaver, nor near as soft as this raccoon. So, guys, I don't know what else to show you. I'll throw on more lives. I should throw on lives where we're like looking through all of the artifact and stuff, because I have such extensive amount of Indian artifact. My family has been into it for, like I said, way before I was born. So it's kind of one of the things I was just blessed by falling into. This last year I found it was the best year that I've ever had. I found so much stuff and just killed it. I can't express, because if you don't know, then it's hard for me to talk about it, I guess. But I love that sort of thing, so I can show off all of the stuff I have. We can look through sheds. I was thinking I should do some lives at mom and dad's where I'm doing it in the trophy room and stuff like that, where there's way, way more stuff. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. So yeah, I'm done. So I'm gonna clean up real quick. Go through some super, super duper light training because it's so late. I need to go through some just some of the most basic gymnastics, calisthenics, some dynamic movements, and some stretching. Get loosened back up, and I'll have some food. Crash out. Go through some training, morning practice, then head out to hit the trap line. So that's so sick that you have like mounds of fox dens. Yeah, I'll show you one thing really cool. I have a bunch of stuff, but one of my favorite things that I have just sitting right here is I found this while I was out hunting mule deer with my buddy out in the draw unit. And this is just out in the outer desert, but I came across, this is one of my favorite pieces. It's kind of hard to see in there, but it's a Warhammer slash, you know, the whole thing is worked. The entire thing with this massive groove in it. Let me see if I can get a better lighting. This is one of my favorite pieces in this life for sure. There we go, kind of. I'm trying to show it off, but that groove goes all the way around. I found that hunting one day. Yep. Michael, thank you so much, man. I hope you have a good night. I hope you have a good night, Blackout. Everybody else that's in the chat, thank you guys so much. The chat got pretty crazy. I'm sure that it kind of, I'd have no idea, but it seems like if people say certain things in the chat, it can get it censored. So I'll have to watch with that because it was popping off there for a minute. But thank you guys for chilling. It was sick. I love doing this so much. It's like so much fun. So hopefully I see you guys soon. Have a good night.